วัสดีครับท่านครับครับ
Good evening, everybody. How are you?
Good. Facebook is ready.
Okay. How are you? We have 25 people on Facebook. Okay, really, from Indonesia, you're the first one tonight.
Good evening, Dhanachan. Today I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay. Bruce Lee, do you have any questions from Indonesia?
Good evening, Achan. I don't have any questions for tonight. Thank you, Achan.
Okay. Felicia Chan from Malaysia.
Good evening, Prachan. Today I don't have question. I'm Lutana Prachan Sadhu.
Okay. Kok Singh from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn. Tonight I have no questions. Happy listening.
Okay. Karen from San Jose, California. Got any
Good morning.
questions?
No, I think we'll probably all at the very end have questions.
Yeah.
Nothing right now. Thank you.
Okay. Ka Phai Lim from Malaysia. Ka Phai Lim.
Good day to you, Tanajan. I have a question today in regard to fear. Why does fear arise?
Because there's a self, and the delusion of thinking the body is yourself. So whatever is you want to protect you. So when anything threatens your existence, your body existence, you become fearful. But if you practice meditation and learning from the teaching of the Buddha that the body is not you,
Right.
You are the mind who just happen to possess the body, and that the body will one day eventually has to succumb to death.
Right.
But the mind don't die with the body.
Okay.
So once you have discovered this truth through your practice, meditation practice, then you will get rid of your fear that way.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn. Yeah.
So in the meantime, you can keep reminding yourself that you are the mind, the master of the body. The body is like a puppet. You're
Right.
the one who pulls the string. You're the one who tells the body what to do. Tell it to get up, tell it to walk, tell it to do things, tell it to say things. But one day this body will have to terminate due to the nature of the body. It's a natural process, natural phenomenon. So once you understand this and try to let go of your attachment, just trust in the Buddha that you don't die with the body. You become the spiritual being once your body no longer exists.
Right.
So,
That's all, Ajahn.
okay.
Mm.
Next, Gavin from Vancouver, Washington.
Hello, John. I guess I'd like to ask, in walking meditation, I've recently tried to start visualizing the entire skeleton that's walking. Is that okay to do?
If it can prevent you from thinking, that's the purpose of doing walking meditation, is to, well, there are two purposes. The first purpose is to raise your mindfulness, develop your mindfulness. And once you have enough mindfulness, then you want to develop wisdom by visualizing something like the skeleton in your body. This will give you insight to the nature of your body that you cannot see with your normal eyes, but you can see with your wisdom eyes, that the body, besides what you see, contains much more things inside, like the skeleton, for instance. So you can do it, but visualizing the skeleton can also raise your mindfulness higher, because you will not be able to think about other things.
Mm.
So the goal is to have mindfulness, to stop your mind from thinking, to control your thoughts. So
Okay.
but you can also gain insight from this practice, because you also can see that under your skin there is this skeleton walking. So if you're using skeleton as your object of meditation, you gain two things at the same time, like killing two birds with one stone. You have mindfulness, and you also have wisdom or insight into the nature of your body. So yes, if you can visualize it, go ahead.
Thank you, John.
All right. Is that it?
That's all for today. Thank you.
Okay. Juan Lehman from Malaysia.
Ajahn, I have a question here. Ajahn, in many talks, I heard that sexual desire is a hindrance to the practice. I wonder, how about those who are single and no sexual desire? Does it mean that they have advanced in their practice and attained to a certain level?
Maybe some people just maybe in their past lives have developed this ability to weaken or lessen their sexual desire. But as long as they're still born as human beings, it means they haven't yet got rid of their sexual desire permanently, completely. They might have lessened them. So it's a plus, it's a bonus to not to have any sexual desire, if that's possible, because then you would be free to meditate more than to be involved with others, with the sexual activities, which doesn't bring you any closer to enlightenment.
Ajahn, I'd like to ask another question on desire, please. Ajahn, in Malaysia now, those who have given two dose of Sinovac earlier, they are given a booster of Pfizer. So, what if those? What if we? That means, is it a desire if we choose the vaccine to be vaccinated, or and then is it also okay if we do not accept the offer to be given the booster? Is it a desire, or is it just a preference not to accept an offer like this?
Well, it's a desire whether to accept or not to accept. They are both desire. One. Okay. If it comes from you, if you are the one who initiated this, then it's a desire. But if you are forced to take it, then it's not desire, you are forced.
Yeah, it seems that if we don't take the booster, they say it's not fully vaccinated. Now in Malaysia, they say we need 3 shots to be considered fully vaccinated. I just heard in the news today.
So, what do you want to?
No, because many people who have taken the Sinovac, they do not really want to go for Pfizer. That's why I'm asking if this is a desire.
Well, the desire can be harmful or not harmful to your mind. So you have to eliminate the desire that is harmful to your mind. If you desire and you feel stressful, you're not happy, then this kind of desire is not good for you.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
All right. So look at the result of your desire. If you desire and then you feel bad, then you should get rid of that desire. If you desire and you feel good, then you don't have to get rid of that desire. That desire.
Oh, that means if it is bad, that means it is considered a desire. That means if we think it's a good.
If it gives you dukkha, then it's a bad desire. See? In Buddhism, our goal is to get rid of dukkha. So you just look at whether your mind has dukkha or not. If you have dukkha, you have to search for the cause of this dukkha.
Yeah.
And it's usually your desire.
But in the case of the vaccine, is it also considered a desire?
Well, look at your mind, whether your mind feel dukkha or not dukkha.
Okay. If it is dukkha, then it's a desire.
Yeah, then there's defilement. It's bad desire.
It means it's a fear or is some sort. Fear is a.
Yeah, fear is dukkha.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Belinda from Singapore.
Ajahn, it's the talk of the town here in Singapore too about the vaccines, and we are talking about vaccines for children as well. So a lot of dukkhas here. So it's maybe you just have to, whether this way or that way, and anyway they are still bound to be dukkha. Ajahn.
Well, if you're afraid of death, then you whatever you do, you're gonna there's a possibility of dying from both choices. You take the vaccine, you could die from the vaccine. If you don't take the vaccine, you could die from the virus.
Ajahn, for the situation here now is like we are not quite given a choice. There's not much of a choice, so to speak.
Maybe it's good. Not too much choice can be harmful to you sometimes. But sometimes, just like before, when we don't have any knowledge about the vaccine, we all took them, right? Because there was no Facebook, no internet, no to spread all these theories, all sort of theory, which has not been proven one way or the other. Before, we all took them. When we have cholera, we took them. We don't care what the side effects are because we just didn't know. We didn't have enough information. There was no way of getting any information. All we know that the vaccine works and it will protect you. but they don't tell you the side effects or anything like that.
But Ajahn, I have taken hepatitis B when I was 12, and I do still have that immunity in the body until to date when they test my blood. So yeah, so the current condition is very different from the past, but what is defined as vaccine? And the current
The difference is the availability of all types of knowledge, some true and some false. And since you don't have enough knowledge yourself, medical knowledge yourself to decide which one is which, it makes you confused and makes you uncertain.
I also because there are not many information shared, because this is something new to everybody. It's unprecedented, and a lot of information being withheld. So like we have the force to just submit blindly to whatever is and it is, to me, I think it's good to just mandate then just everybody just go ahead mandate so, but it's pretty tricky with all the laws, and so I feel like I'm being manipulated, so to have to make a false decision. So I'm still, anyway, it's for every country has different rules, so every country is subject to different conditions as of now. So I guess that what Ajahn, the gist today I get is to examine how much dukkha, and once we cross the other fence, we stick with that. That's like my friend taken vaccine and she's experiencing side effect and she called crying. So I said, once we decided on that, we just go. If we have to die, then we die. So,
you can get affected either way, either by the vaccine or by the virus.
Yes.
So make your choice which one you like to get.
There are a few way to analyze things, like so taking into consideration of our age, how fast we can recover, and what are the option of treatments. Apparently treatments are now also being controlled, not so much of other underlying condition of the person. So
I think this thing, I think, should be left to each individual to decide better, or else we end up arguing until we die.
I think yes, exactly, Ajahn. It's all individuals' choices. But
so I leave it up to you. If you want to take it or not, it's up to you. Okay. Let's go on to something else. So I
think that what I want to express here is that regardless of choices, sometimes if it's meant to be one way or the other way, whichever way we decided, we just have to stick to that gun, even with the consequences.
There's a third way in Buddhism. Is that Buddhism said all these problems starting from getting birth. So you want to solve this problem, then don't be born. Stop rebirth, and then you won't have any problem.
Yes.
But once you are born, you have to accept sickness and death, regardless of how or when it will happen to you. Sooner or later, by something or other. If you don't get killed by this thing, you probably get killed by something else. If you can accept this fact, then there will be no problem. Just take it, take the choice you want to take, the type of death you want to have.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, Yamso from Penang.
Ajahn, good evening. Question.
No question. Okay. Let me go to Sioki from Malaysia. Is this your first time?
Yeah, good evening, Ajahn. This is my first time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is my first time, and I actually got to know about this session from my mother, Felicia Chan.
I see.
Yeah, but I'm actually very new to Buddha's teaching and also meditation, but I'm very curious about all these things, so that's why I'm joined to listen.
Okay.
Yeah, Ajahn, I actually have a few questions. I understand that we need to observe 8 precepts, and one of them is that we must not kill. So if let's say I'm in my room and I saw insects, ants, or even mosquitoes, and I actually killed it because I'm afraid that if I don't, it may cause problems to my place and all those. Do I consider breaking the precepts, and also is there any bad karma?
Yes, yes. You break the precepts and it's bad karma, and you will have to reap the fruits of your bad karma somewhere in the future.
So in that case, I should just how should I say? I should just
let it bite you. It's like giving blood, you know.
Okay, understand. Brajan, I understand that if a human being doesn't do enough good deeds or have bad karmas, it may rebirth into animals or even suffer in hell. If it will become an animal, is it by stages, as in start from a big size animal, then straightly become a smaller size animals, or it really depends on your karma? It could go
depends
straight.
on your karma, how strong, how bad your karma is.
I see. So if let's say from animals, if the animals have good karmas, it can also go back to human straight away, is it?
After it pays the consequence of its bad karma, then it will be eligible for rebirth as human again.
I see. So it really depends on the karma. And
yeah, the way I look at it is, you an eye for an eye. If you kill an insect, you have to be reborn as an insect.
I see.
If you only kill one insect, then you are reborn as an insect only once.
Okay, I will not kill any insect.
If you kill 10 insects, then you will be reborn as insect for 10 times before you'll be eligible to return to become human again.
Okay. Rajan is I'm actually born in the year of dragon. Is dragon really exist in this?
No, dragon is just a supposition. You just name the year dragon, but that has no relationship to the dragon at all.
Is the dragon really exist in this world, or it's just a myth?
Well, have you ever seen a dragon? Has anybody seen a dragon? Okay, then it must be a myth then, or it might have it might have existed a long time ago, but it's now no longer existing.
Oh, okay.
Like dinosaur,
Like dinosaur.
They exist in the past.
They might exist in the past, but not now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Barajan.
But they have no relationship to the year you were born or we are born. It's just a name we put up just so that we can identify the year that we are born with. That's all. This is the year of the monkey, the year of the tiger, the year of the buffalo, and so forth. But those buffalo or tiger has no relationship to what we are. But people like to imagine and then start to believe in what they imagine, and they pass on their imagination to the next generation, and eventually they became real. Okay, but if you really sit down and look at it, does this year and last year any different? Not different, right? You have 365 days, and you have 4 seasons or 3 seasons. Everything's the same, like night and day, yesterday and today. Is there any different? But we gave it a name, Sunday and Monday, and so forth. So you have to separate the imagination from the truth, or the truth from the imagination. This is what we call wisdom.
That's very helpful, Barajan.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Next, Alfredo from Brazil. Sao Paulo? Are you from Sao Paulo or nearby?
But yes, São Paulo.
Sao
Cotia.
Paulo. Okay. St. Paul in English, right?
Yes, São Paulo. Here have any temples, any Mahayana temples? Temple
No.
Zulai, temple, Tibetan temple.
I see.
Theravada not.
No
But
Theravada.
not.
Tibetan, you have Mahayana.
Tibetan, Mahayana, Zen too. But I not frequency. I not goes there. I am Theravada. I like the. Remember my student other day yesterday, or I remember my students my teaching the word atapi. Do you know, Bante?
Say it again.
Atapi.
What does it mean?
Ardent. When the Dhammas, the Buddha's words, when the Dhammas become manifest for the Brahma, meditate and ardent and meditate, all the doubts disappear.
All the doubts
because he knows the cause and conditions. I think is in the illumination of Buddha. This tell him the cause and conditions, Bante, is I know is only in four jhana, né? But without four jhana, we can to imagine the cause and conditions or analyzing the things.
Okay.
You understand, Bante?
No.
the cause and conditions of things. Cause and conditions.
What do you mean by cows? Cows or clouds or cows like buffalo cows or what?
Cause of things. Cause of things.
Cause and effect. Cause and effect. Okay.
Yes.
Cause and effect.
And conditions.
Yeah, they are conditions.
Yes. I know in the knower in Farjana knows the cause and conditions. But without Farjanas in wisdom, normal wisdom, it's possible to analyze the cause and conditions. It's possible, Bante, or better to be in Upeka only.
Well, if you don't have Ubeka, when you analyze that your dukkha is caused by your cravings or your desire, you won't have the strength to stop, to resist your cravings without Ubeka.
Yes.
But if you have Ubeka, then you can resist it easily, because you don't need to do what your cravings ask you to do, because with Ubeka you are happy, you are contented. So there's no need for you to go after anything.
Yes.
And when you see that each time your craving arises, it disturbs your peace of mind right away. You see this with jhana. So without jhana, you won't see the difference. Jhana is like still water, right? And if you throw a small pebbles into the still water, you see the waves, the ripples. Yes. But if the water is not still, if the water has lots of waves, if you throw a small piece of pebbles into the water, you won't see any difference, right?
Yes.
So with jhana, you'll see every time there is craving arises, it will start to ripple the mind.
Yes.
Disturb the peace of the mind. And you don't have to ask anybody, is this desire or not desire? You can see it right away. That it is creating dukkha for you. It's creating the mind with jhana is peaceful. But as soon as you crave for something, it start to be agitated, start to make waves and ripples.
Yes.
So that's why you need to have the jhana to see the actual thing. If without jhana, you're just seeing it with just imagining it. You're reading, and then you say, "Oh, I understand. Dukkha is caused by my craving," but you don't actually see this. You don't see dukkha. You don't see the cause that's causing you dukkha, because your mind is so agitated already. So I cannot see the difference when it has cravings.
Yes. The key for this is atapi, né, Bante? Is ardent to practice.
Yes, you need to practice. You have to get to the pure mind, or to the original mind, in which it is not being manipulated by the emotions or cravings or these defilements. When the mind becomes still, that's what we call the original mind.
Yes. It's the goal of practice, né, Bante? Goal of Dhamma.
That's the first goal, but the original mind is still deluded or defiled. Then you have to use wisdom to purify that original mind, to make it the pure mind. See?
Yes.
Our mind, once entered into jhana, is like returning to its original state. But then it's not pure yet, because it hasn't yet got rid of the defilement which temporarily stopped functioning because of the inactivity of the mind. The defilement cannot function, cannot come up. But once you come back out from this original mind, once you come back to the conventional mind, thinking about you and me and so forth, then your defilement start working again.
Yes.
But if you have wisdom, then you say, this is not right to think of you yourself as yourself as a you. In fact, you just an imagination created by your own thoughts. You know?
Sakaya Ditti.
Yeah, Sakaya Ditti.
Yes.
And avijja in the end. Avijja.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I looks for atapi. I looks for ardent and meditative people.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See you. Talk to you later.
Good days, Bante.
Okay. Thank you. Nannapat from Bangkok, you have any question?
No question ค่ะท่านอาจารย์ just listening ค่ะ
Okay. Satyalka from Maryland, Silver Spring.
I have a question, Thanajan. Thank you for your teaching. That I cannot understand, but I want to clarify that the entertainment that is the shows and stuff is discouraged by Buddha. Is it because of that it will kill the mindfulness? It will be affected the practitioner's mindfulness for a long time to come, or not?
Well, it doesn't kill, but it doesn't increase your mindfulness. Yeah. And it's also delusional. It's harmful because it's like narcotics. It makes you become addicted to them, and you become addicted to entertainment. And anytime when you crave for entertainment and when you cannot get it, then you become miserable. Like anytime when you are addicted to drugs, and when you crave for drugs and when you cannot get it, then you become miserable.
But is it possible to watch something for somebody else's sake that you keep them company and not be affected by it? I mean, kind of deliberately? Can the mindfulness ever be that strong that you just sit through it but not partake in it?
Well, you can watch physically watching, but mentally not watching.
Right,
You might keep reciting Bhutto, 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 but you just sit there watching at the screen, but you're not really watching it because your mind is not watching with the body. See? Your mind but it's not easy because the mind is usually addicted to what you see already, and it's hard enough to recite Bhutto when you're alone, So imagine how hard it is when you're watching a movie and trying to recite Bhutto, Bhutto at the same time.
And also, like when everybody else is laughing, that time you're pulling away and you're pulling a blank face. I mean, that will also be really strange. But yeah, so I think I see that. I think you answered my question. Thank you. I have a second question that about the Sotapannas. Is that a magga fall? Is that a fruit of the practice? And if that is so, then in your writing you're saying that the Sotapannas cannot break the precepts. I mean, then the folks who are so what does it mean in this case? Is it like the monks? They're like 200 some odd Dhamma Vinaya that they don't break, or is it 8 precepts? So what are you talking about that they cannot break the precept? Because didn't we talk about something like that the Sotapannas can even be a family man? So I'm a little bit confused here about what it means about that that they cannot break the precept, because
the 5 precepts,
people who are
the 5 precept, the principal precept: killing, stealing, committing adultery, lying, or drinking alcohol. But the other precepts are not considered to be the real precept. They are more like regulation, rules to keep monks especially worthy of respect. See? So monk has more rules than lay people. They have to behave themselves more than lay people have to behave. Lay people only have to keep the 5 precepts, but the monks, beside the 5 precepts, they have to keep other additional rules. But they're not considered to be the real bad karma rule. They won't send you to hell or anything like that. But just make you not suitable for being a monk. So. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dhanajan. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Gary is from Singapore. Gary, do you have any question?
No questions tonight, Dhanajan. Just listening in. Thank you.
Okay. Philip from Malaysia.
Good evening, Dhanajan. I don't have any questions, just listening in tonight.
Yok Bay from New York. Go ahead.
Good evening, John. I have 3 questions today. The first one is there are many devas coming down to listen to the Dhamma. What kind of devas are there?
What kind of doubt?
No. Yeah, what kind of devas are there?
Deva, what do you mean by deva?
D-E-V-E-A-S.
D-E-V-E-S. What is that, English or Pali?
No, I checked is the Google is a deva is a D-E-V-A-S.
Deva. These are spiritual beings. They are comparable to angels in the Christian teaching. These are good spiritual beings that dwells in heaven. We call them devas or devatas. What do you want to know about them?
No, are they the devas? What kind of devas coming to the listening to the Dhamma?
Yes, they can. If the person has a psychic power, the ability to connect to spiritual beings like the Buddha and some of his noble disciples, then they can give Dhamma talks, teach the Devas, the Dhamma teaching. It's like right now we're using Zoom to connect. People without Zoom would not be able to connect like we are connecting right now. So you need to have Zoom, right? You have to have the internet. Same way with the psychic power. The psychic power is like the internet of the mind. It can connect with people with body or without body. Some psychic can read the mind of other people, like knowing what you're thinking right now, even when you're not thinking out loud. If a psychic person, he knows what you're thinking, whether you are thinking bad about him or her or not. This is possible with the mind that has practiced meditation, but not every mind will achieve this ability. Some do and some don't. I don't know why. Maybe because due to past life practices. Maybe in the past life they used to practice this type of meditation, so they know how to access this psychic power.
Okay, then.
But they are not necessary for the enlightenment. They're not necessary for making the mind becoming enlightened. And sometimes it can be a hindrance because people can be misguided and to think that to have psychic power is the real goal instead of having Nibbana as the real goal.
Okay. And then the second one question is, after training the first fruits of the samadhi, will you be reborn as a woman in the future?
Yes, if you used to be a woman, you will usually come back as a woman again. If you are a man, you'll come back as a man. Because meditation doesn't change your character as a man or a woman.
Okay. The third question is that there are many places now as we grow old. If we cannot achieve a samadhi in this life, should we at least have 4 jhana samadhi? In this way, in the future, we will be reborn in heaven and avoid the disaster on earth.
Well, everybody, once they have done good karma, when the body dies, they all go to heaven with different levels depending on how much good karma they have performed. But after their good karma expire, they will still have to be reborn as human beings. Maybe not on this earth, maybe on another planet, maybe better planet than this planet, or worse than this planet. But we will always keep coming back to be reborn again, as long as we still have desire or cravings for sensual pleasures.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Next, Hannah. Hannah, can you hear me? Oh no, it's not Hannah. It's Elvin with the name. Is that your daughter?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that they changed my iPad name. Sorry. Yeah, good evening, Tanajan. Tanajan, I've got just to clarify again. I think I've asked you before, where you said that when we practice 4 foundations of mindfulness, we are actually practicing mindfulness, samadhi, and vipassana, or practice all these 3.
Not at the same time. You have to go from first to second to third, like on baseball, you have to go to first base before you can go to second and third base.
Right. Okay, so you can practice mindfulness separately, but mindfulness and samadhi, basically, if you got strong mindfulness, then it's very good for your samadhi, right? So when you come to samadhi, then you can...
Once you have samadhi, you have jhana, then you can go into vipassana.
Vipassana. Okay, so that is the stage. So when we refer to 4 foundations of mindfulness, these are the stages that we should go through.
Right.
So there is no such meditation called 4 foundation mindfulness meditation.
No. Just a name. Just a name. It's the title of the talk.
Right.
Which consists of the practice of mindfulness, the practice of samadhi, and the practice of vipassana.
Okay. All right. Okay, clear. Okay, on the second question, I think this one just popped up when Sajal asked the question regarding entertainment. It came to my mind that so being entertainer, I would say is a wrong livelihood, Tanajan, because you are creating delusion for people.
Well, entertainment is like toxic to the mind. It's like they are drugs to the mind. They make the mind become addicted. So so they have to keep on having this entertainment all the time to make them happy. And anytime when they cannot get this entertainment, then they become miserable.
So it's wrong livelihood, right, for the actors or singers, and shouldn't be.
Well, if you talk from the meditation point of view, yes. But if you talk on the people in this world, generally they don't consider it wrong, because they don't break the law, they don't break the precepts, anything like that. It's just another profession, occupation,
right?
Entertainment.
Okay, Tanajan, thanks. Thank you.
But if you talk from the point of meditation, then this is wrong. This is not good for you, like monks. And that's why we are monks are forbid to have entertainment of any type.
But for the person who is involved in it, like say for an actor, are they creating bad karma, Tanajan? Actor or a singer? Because they are bringing people away. They are creating delusion, right? For the person, for the people that are addicted to it, right?
But not the bad karma that will affect their rebirth, like breaking the 5 precepts. They can still work in entertainment without breaking the 5 precepts.
I see. Okay, Tanajan, thank you.
But the consequence of working in this entertainment will keep bringing them back to human birth, because they enjoy entertainment. They enjoy to work in the entertainment industry. So you have to keep coming back into the human world to do this. You cannot go to Nibbana, let's put it that way.
Okay, Tanajan, clear. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Monica Chen, thank you for your donation. By the way, I think you still have to unmute your mic. Okay.
Good evening, Tanajan. Yeah, you are most welcome. It's the little effort that I can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything is better than nothing.
Yeah, it's true. Yes. So because recently
don't hesitate. Don't wait. Say I have to be real rich before I can donate. You can give $1 or $2 right now if you want.
Yes, true. Yes. I've been doing that since young. Whatever I have, I just share out part of it.
Good.
Yeah. Because I would say nobody knows the expiry of the body, so we don't know what chance you have.
Right. So you better start accumulating your merit, so your spiritual wealth, because it's something you can take with you when you go.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have any question?
Yeah. Actually, recently I just got a Buddha's image, which is bigger than the one I have on my home altar. I just want to ask, is it okay for me to add on to my home altar?
Yes, you can have as many as you want. There's no rules, no.
Oh, okay.
So the Buddha said the best thing is not to have at all. Then you won't have to worry about looking after it.
Yeah, because I was thinking of putting it together. If I put on another level, I might have to offer flowers and offer lights, water.
That's the problem of having Buddha images. Then you have to look after it, then you have to pay respect and everything else. And you don't get much from doing this. The real way to honor the Buddha is to follow his teaching. The Buddha said, this is the way to respect me, to show me respect, is to practice dana, sila, and bhavana.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I still have not opened it, so
give it away. Give it dana. See, you can have dana. You can practice dana right away.
Actually, my teacher here, he asked me, "Do you really need it or not? Do you have a place or not?"
Yeah, give it to your teacher then.
I say he's saying that if you don't need it, then you can give it back to the monastery.
Yeah, give it back. Then you don't have to worry about finding a place to put it. Then you have
I have a place.
You have to keep cleaning it from time to time.
Oh, okay.
And if you
What
should
is
lose it, if you should lose it, then you'll feel bad. So
I see.
It doesn't give you any good thing at all.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, I have a talk with my daughter first because she's also in it. I cannot make the whole decision myself.
Okay.
Yeah, the other question is that recently I read Ranta Mahabuva's book. So he was mentioning about that this sanya and sankara. Sanya works very quietly and there's just display images for us in the mind. Whereas sankara is it will sort of like work on what the sanya presents. Does it mean that we can control sankara but we cannot control sanya?
You can change sanya. If you have sanya, if you have misperception, you can give it the right perception. If you see your body as yourself, say this is sanya. Then you can change it with wisdom or vipassana. You change, tell your sanya that the perception of a self is wrong. There's no self in the body. You can change. See, we use vipassana to change sanya, and the manifestation of sanya is ignorance. The avijja is a manifestation of the wrong perception. And we want to use Dhamma to correct the misperception. Sammatiti. Sammatiti is sanya, see, right perception, sammatiti. Michatiti is wrong perception. Thinking of the body is you, for instance. Thinking that the body will last forever. Thinking that the body will not get old, get sick, or die, for instance. These are the wrong sanya.
Yeah. Okay, I think recently I need a lot of that because the body has been giving a lot of problem.
I just say it's not you, it's the body. Let it give. You're just like a doctor. You look after your body like a doctor, like a patient.
Yeah, true.
Your body is like a patient. Yeah. But we only can do so much, and once it's beyond your power, then you just have to let it be.
Yeah, true. It's very burdensome to take care of this body.
Right.
Yeah, very burdensome. Even until the stage, suddenly I have food poisoning. That's why I couldn't join last week. So I have to tell myself, if this is the time to die, then I also have to accept it, no choice. Yeah, and tomorrow I'm going for my booster dose. So it's also another test.
Another burden.
Yeah, another burden because a lot of side effects will naturally kick in. But I think that is the thing that we have to face with this body.
But your mind don't have to be upset with what's happening to your body. If you know how to separate your mind from your body. Okay, the body might get sick, the body might get fever or whatever. But your mind can still remain as if nothing has happened. If you have upekkha, if you don't have upekkha, then you will react to whatever happens to your body.
Yeah. This is very helpful at this time now.
That's why you need to practice meditation to get to Ubeka. Then you can use Ubeka to deal with everything.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tan Ajahn. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to work on it more. So that more upeka all the time.
Yeah, we need Ubeka. That's the real thing that will keep our mind peaceful and calm all the time.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tan Ajahn. Right. Thank you.
Next, we in Czech from Vancouver, Canada. How's the storm? Is it still around or has it moved on?
They are fixing the highway, Ajahn. The storm is. I heard there's more coming, but according to the weather.
Did you lose power during the storm?
Not our place, no.
Our school lose for a little bit, I think. Right?
Few minutes, only
few minutes.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that much affected in our areas, but further east. Yeah.
I heard they got landslide something that blocked the highway.
And the highway broke, Ajahn. They have to fix it. Yeah, never happened before.
Yeah.
Ajahn, continue. Just continuing the discussion with Monica just now. Is it right to say that to switch the sanya to samadhi, it's the time depends on the time to switch the sanya. It depends on your effort and your past karma, Ajahn.
Well, your past karma is like the knowledge that you have accumulated from the past. You can use that to combine with your present karma. If you still look at your body as yourself, then you still haven't yet have enough knowledge to dispel that the delusion. That you see the body as yourself. So you need to remind yourself more all the time that this body is not me. I'm not this body. I'm just someone looking after this body. And one day I will have to lose this body. And there are things that I cannot control with this body, like sickness, aging, or death. And I should not be affected by whatever happens to this body. If I'm affected, then it means I'm still delusional. I'm still not convinced that the body is not me. But once you're convinced, then whatever happens to your body will not bother you. But just use imagination alone is not enough. You have to go into jhana to see the real separation. When you're in jhana, your mind and your body is temporarily separated. And the jhana will also give you the strength to stop your mind from attaching to the body. As soon as it wants to attach to the body, you can use the jhana or the equanimity that you have to pull it back, to leave the body alone. Like when you feel like scratching, if you have strong equanimity, you can just say, leave the scratch alone. Let it be itchy. You don't have to scratch. Your mind will not be disturbed if you have equanimity. But if you don't have equanimity, you cannot resist the desires to scratch your body. This is just an example. But it's something real, much more than that. Like something's gonna happen, something bad happening to the body. If you have strong equanimity and also samadhi, knowing that your body is not you, then you just merely know. You just merely observe the body. So you need both. You need equanimity. You also need the knowledge to remind you that the body is not you. Okay. Any more? Any more?
Just a comment, Ajahn. I thought you always give the coolest simile, Ajahn. I just heard a new one just now. With the conversation with Yokbe, he said the psychic power is like internet of the mind. That's cool, simile, Ajahn. And last week, I think another one that I really loved last week, Ajahn, with Belinda, you said like to be in the company. We had to listen. The Buddha is the boss. We had to listen to the boss. I think that the simile is so helpful. It might be like for me, anyways. Like so, like you can connect with it.
But we usually don't listen to him anyway, right? That's why he doesn't give us any salary. But if we follow his command, his order, then he'll give us the salary, giving you the certificate or the diploma that you have finished this.
We're not doing a good job, Ajahn. I'm not doing a good job. I'm like it's like half so part-time work, so no salary, Ajahn, from the Buddha.
Maybe a little salary, not much, not substantial.
Yeah, I do taste the Dhamma sometimes, like because it's so good. Yeah, and so, but I want the full salary, Ajahn. One day.
But you can use the Dhamma sometime to help alleviate your stress, right?
Right,
when you
right.
don't feel bad.
Very good. It's very good. Yeah.
But not all the time, that's all.
Not all
you have
the
to
time.
work on that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But
you have to work full time. Don't be a part-time worker. Be a full-time worker.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I love the simile, Ajahn. It's really connecting for us. It's really good.
All right. Okay, let me go to Johanna from Indonesia. Johanna.
Hello, Ajahn. Today I have a question about Magga and Phala, Ajahn. To differentiate them both, like in terms of, for instance, Sotapanna, not being afraid of death or being accepting to dying. A Magga one is in the process of contemplating about death, and the Phala one is the mind that already totally being accepting to dying of his or her body. Do I interpret this correctly, Ajahn?
Phala is when you can accept death, accept aging, sickness, and not being afraid of aging, sickness, or death, and not be affected when the body get old, get sick, or die. This is the Phala. The Magga is trying to convince the mind that this is the way you should treat your body.
So for anyone who is already walking on this path, so it is considered as Magga already, Ajahn.
Right. When you haven't yet let go of your attachment to your body, then you're working on the Phala. Right. Practice meditation to give you strength, to give you Veka, and then keep contemplating or keep telling your mind that the body is just a composition of the four elements. There's no you in that body, in the body.
Yes.
And then when things happen to your body and you say, okay, let it be. I'm not worried. Now you should go to the doctor and he said that you can't get final stage cancer, for instance. Then if you say, okay, so what? I know ahead of time already. I just need your confirmation, that's all.
Oh. Yeah.
But you're not afraid.
So, okay.
Then you have the
Yeah.
pala. Then you have the pala.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have no dukkha as far as the body is concerned. Whatever happens to the body cannot cause you dukkha. Then you have the pala. But if anything happens to your body and you get dukkha from that, then you still haven't yet got the pala.
Yes. Ajahn, what about the feeling of afraid? But everybody has the different level of being afraid of anything like death, for instance, Ajahn. So the pala is the state that is already perfect, right, Ajahn?
I don't understand your question. Can you repeat again?
Like for instance, we contemplate on death, and like for instance, that the doctors say that we have cancer, then say that, for instance, that one's not afraid, but maybe there's a little of feeling afraid in the back of the mind, but just a little. That's not considered as pala yet, right, Ajahn?
That's not, yeah, because you still have a little left.
Yeah.
So you have no, you should not have anything at all as far as dukkha is concerned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want to confirm about the different about Magga and Pala.
It means you have to let go more. If you still have a little apprehension left, then you have to tell your mind that you haven't yet let go it completely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then. Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we have Min from Bangkok.
Good evening, Prajan. First time to be in English sessions.
Okay.
It's very hard to listen, but I've tried to listen. Okay. I have a questions to ask today. Like 3 months now, I try to meditate every day, right? And I have a questions like why when we start meditating, it feels like we need more, like more time to meditate. I don't know what this is. What I feel like.
You want to meditate more once you start meditating. Just because what you get is not yet fulfilling. So you like eating, you only have one bite. So and you know it's good. The food that you take is good. So you want to eat more of the food. By doing meditation, when you first starting, you only get a bite. You just get a taste of meditation. You know that you haven't got the whole plate of the meditation yet. So you want to do more meditation.
Because I was wondering, like before 30 years ago, I never do meditation, but I can still work and go to work normally. But then when we start to meditate, it feels like sometimes I meditate in the morning, but then in the evening, I feel like I need to meditate more.
Yeah. It's like before 30 years, you never have a Mercedes Benz. Then suddenly yesterday, somebody gave you a Mercedes Benz. Then you feel you want to keep that Mercedes Benz, right?
Okay. So it's normal that we,
yeah. You have found something better than what you had before.
Okay. And like I do like 30 minutes every day for 3 months, and then today, and it starts to get into the mantra Buddha disappear faster because it's I get into the meditation easier. But then when I expand the time to meditate into 1 hour, it feels like I need to do the mantra more.
Yes, because you like putting the gas in your tank, you only put it half for half the distance. So if you want to go to full distance, you have to put the gas to full tanks.
Ah, okay. So because if we expand the
Yeah,
tank.
you have to expand your mantra also.
Oh, okay. Okay. And Prajan, and also like for after I start to do the mantra Putto, right? I think I start to see the side that I never see before with myself, like something that I don't understand. I start to understand or see it different ways. This is because of what?
This is because you're looking inside instead of looking outside. Before you keep looking at other people and other things, you never look at your mind. When you meditate, you're looking back inside. You're looking at your mind. So you get to understand about yourself better.
Ah, okay. Okay, because I start to see something like, very bad about me. A lot.
That's right. That's right. Normally people don't look at themselves and think they're good. They never look at the bad part of themselves. But it's just their imagination. They think they're good, but they haven't really looked at themselves. They just imagine.
Okay. And I have one more question, and like first about life insurance. Because I pay for life insurance, like when we go to hospital. But then I feel that recently why are we paying for that? Because like we eat a lot and then we get sick and then we have to worry about our body. So we have to also pay the money to go to hospital. It's like something that's stupid cycle.
That's right. They're snowballing. Your desire keep creating more problem for you.
So like if we cut out our desire for like food or something that pollute our bodies, so we don't have to
pay for their medication.
Okay. And if we don't love our body, so we don't need to protect them, right, Ajahn?
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
If you see that the body is your servant, not you, would you protect your servant more than you protect yourself? But you see your servant as yourself, so that's the problem. So you're looking after your servant more than you look after yourself. And you keep putting yourself under stress all the time. While you try to look after your servants. It should be the other way around. You should look after yourself, get rid of the stress. And the stress usually comes from trying to look after somebody else. Not your body.
Okay, so like actually the medication or the insurance is not necessary, right? If we can understand that this is not us, this is just a servant.
Well, understanding and actually doing it is different. You can understand that the body is not you, but in actuality, you still treat your body as you. So you need meditation to complement your understanding. Without your meditation, you will not be able to do what you understand.
Oh no, I mean like the medical.
Medical.
Yeah.
Well, you still look after your body, but you don't have to pay premium prices for looking after it. Just pay the lowest cost of maintaining your body.
Okay, so sometimes like premium insurance, we don't need to pay that high because actually this body is gonna
die anyway. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ajahn.
Like in Thailand, we have free or 30 baht medical expense for every patient. They treat every type of disease for 30 baht in Thailand. If you
Yeah.
go to the government hospital, they only charge you 30 baht.
But why do we need to go to like more premium? Because we want our body to get the
Because you're delusional. You think you with more premium you can protect your body.
Yeah, true ค่ะพระอาจารย์ because I also pay a lot for insurance per year, but then like I just personally feel that it's very stupid because actually like 30 baht it's okay.
Yeah, you just have to wait when you pay 30 baht. You have to be in a long queue maybe. But eventually you'll get treated. But if you go to a private hospital, you'll get first class treatment. As soon as you enter the hospital, they look after you right away. That's the difference.
โอเคค่ะพระอาจารย์ Okay, thank you for today ค่ะ
Okay. All right, next, Evie from Indonesia.
Namo Buddhaya, Ajahn.
Okay.
I just want to ask about meditation. And when I focus on the nose, sometimes the consciousness is pull up, sometimes it's pull down. Which one is correct? And the pressure also appears sometimes above the head, sometimes in the middle of the face like a cloud.
Ignore everything, just keep watching your breath.
But the cloud is very...
Don't pay attention to anything except your breath.
Yeah, the cloud is very disturbing.
Concentrate on your breath.
Sometimes the cloud is very strong and make me very disturb my head.
It means your concentration is not strong enough.
So the cloud is appear because the concentration is weak.
Yeah, you need to do more concentration before you meditate. You need to do more mindfulness before you meditate. Keep watching your body, everything. From the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, stay with your body.
Including when we talking or
eating, sleep, doing things, whatever you do, just stay with your body. Don't let your mind go to other things. And then, unless you really have to. Other than that, you come back to your body.
Including we talking to people, we still with our body like that, Ajahn.
When you talk, then you have to be with your talking.
Okay, Ajahn. Thank you.
All right. Next, Vignesh from India.
Good evening, Ajahn.
Any question today?
I just want to ask why I'm like when I doing meditation, I feel very uneasy, like thinking about my works. I cannot focus.
You don't have enough mindfulness. When your mindfulness is not strong enough to stop your mind from thinking about other things. That's why you have to develop more mindfulness before you meditate. Try to stay focused on one thing at a time. Like with your body, whatever you're doing, keep staying with that only. Don't go thinking about other things.
If and one more thing, if I sit longer time for meditation, I feel very pain, something like my intention to stop the meditation or something.
Yeah, it means your mindfulness has become weakened, not to be able to force your mind to stay put. So your mind wants to go into action.
Okay.
So you have to regenerate more mindfulness by reciting mantra or chanting if you want to continue on sitting.
Okay.
If you just sit there not doing anything, then you will not have enough mindfulness to resist your desire to get up. But if you keep reciting mantra or keep chanting, then you will have more mindfulness to resist your desire to get up.
Okay, Ajahn. Thank you.
All right. Next, Alexa Ru. I'm not sure this is the person. Alexa, you look different today.
Yes, I have hairs. Well, let my hairs grow.
Oh, really? I thought you were a woman.
Well, sometimes maybe, but not in this life. Yeah, I have a shawl. Maybe that's
I
a
see.
woman
Okay.
dress and longer hairs.
I see. Not comb, so it looks like a woman's hair.
63 years old, then the hormones are changing, huh?
Uh-huh.
I think so. I have seen today a Dutch man here in Holland that I look at and say, well, when we get old, the man and woman characteristics, it's a little bit disappear. I notice it, but okay. Yeah, I don't see you for a long time. We don't talk, don't chat for a long time. So I miss that. Yeah.
So what have you been doing? You've been living alone, meditating?
Yeah, I am confined in this room now, but not completely, but most of times here. And I made a cell here also, where the heater is inside, so it's a 30 degrees, 28. I'm trying to meditate there, because my intention is to go to a monastery. I don't have much to do more here in Europe. And already today I was in a shop for second hands. They will take a look for free. I have to give it away. All my belongs. It's a lots of things. I always was thinking about selling it, but it don't work more in my head. Other things than meditation and to practice and to learn Dhamma. I'll say, I don't have the energy for that, the feelings. So I got harder give it away. It gives me more peace of mind than to think about to put it in the market to sell all those things. I cannot do, just cannot do. It's already lots of job to now it's the price of the tickets are very cheap to Thailand. I have the vaccines. So I just wondered how much I will have to maybe to stay 1 month nearby your monastery or 2 months making a course for Thai to learn basics. And then to look for a monastery in Thailand harder than Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka is easier because most of people, many monks speak English. And I know about in your region, we have the foreigners monastery, but I don't know if it's the same lineage. The masters I studied, your teachers, Ajahn Moon, Ajahn Susha, Ajahn Mahaboa, or Ajahn Lee, Ajahn Suvako, all my school, all my repertoire, now it's concerns the same line you have. And so far, I just need a place who accept me and I can communicate basics like because the Dhamma I studied a lot and I had some progress in my understanding and experience. So I also succeed with some physical troubles. I don't have much, but I had a pain in the back that now I solved it with yoga. And my teeth, I put it back so I can chew it good again. So those was my concerns before I leave Holland. And that's my, yeah, briefly, that's my, summarize my, what the situation I am. So it's just to move, but for me to move, it can take 3 months, 4 months from now, 2 months. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, it's nothing more to do here. I don't feel like here the kilesas come back a little bit, they go away, they're not strong anymore. And but most of things are, yeah, like you often it's very clear. Your Dhamma teachings are very clear for me. So Buddha also it's harder to understand deeper, but it's coming. Of course, we have to walk on this territory to know the questions that will come. But for me to stay here, it's soon the neighbors find out that I that I was busy and had some success. It was my friends. So they start to disturb me also, you know. So that was a big mistake to share. I thought it was a friends, and then they could start to make noise, and then I took so many time to learn to be chill, even when there is noise, to don't expect from people what they are not. So it takes time too. So now that I have it, I'm ready to leave.
Yeah, it's better to don't let anybody know what you want to do and just do it.
Yes.
Because you'll run into different opinion and different understanding, and it's a waste of time trying to explain to them what you want to do because they won't understand anyway.
Maybe one person understood it 100%. The other ones, maybe they accept some of them, but most of people know. So when they know you live and then you have belongs or have some money, it mix up in people. I am a human being too. I know I used to have interest on people always. So it was not only them interest on me, but those days I really I need more like a family who understand what I'm busy with, not to share every day, just to don't look at me like I'm weird, because I know what I'm doing. It's and there in your land, many people knows that, although 98% may be Buddhist, but maybe 1% or less than 1% willing to sit and to practicing the Buddha's teachings. So it's not easy for human beings to let it go for the body, no. But I have a skeleton at home. I feel jealous about him. He have no pains in muscles, no. Yeah, he always laughing, you know.
Yeah.
So I really was, one day I wake up from my hammock with a little pain. Now I don't have those pains anymore because yoga. But I look straight to the skeleton. I really feel jealous.
Well, you should put a sign on the skeleton. I am your future. You are my past.
Oh, he's just wait for. I have many skeletons and many friends. My youngest brother passed away 1 month ago. I did really feel I was shielded, you know. I always loved him. He was like a Gemini, like with me. But when my sister told me that, I just go for a walk, meditation, analyze the situation. There was no pain, Ajahn. And then I start to feel weird about myself. I say, no, that's the result of what you were being work for a long time. That I feel no neglect, or I understood it. He died in a comfortable way. He just drink a coffee and a piece of bread in the morning, and ciao, and fall. So no sickness before, no suffering before. Nobody was suffering with him before it. You understand? So it's just fantastic.
Okay, good. I hope you can make your way over here if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, that's I'm a little bit scared, yes, because like an animal when it stare the lights of an auto is I'm a little bit. I'm ready to go, but I need
The country is open now. You can come and you don't need to quarantine. Or you need, if you have 2 shots of vaccine, you don't have to be quarantined, except for one night. I think they want you
one night.
just to take a test and stay in the hotel for one night to make sure that you don't have any. Then they'll let you go anywhere you want to go.
Yes, I think now it's gonna be easier. Yeah, everything is ready. Just I chose I think I chose Thailand because I don't have much. I know some teachers in Sri Lanka, but I don't know for sure how I know the lineage from Ajahn Mun. I have something with Ajahn Mun very strong.
Okay. Maybe we'll see you soon one day.
Yeah, I think if you don't see each other, we have to change glasses, you know. You have to go to the doctor for new glass. I think we're gonna see each other in this life.
Okay.
There will be no other one, I hope, for me.
Okay. Let me go to Kenneth from
Thank you very
Switzerland.
much.
Just came in, just finished your teaching.
Hello, Tanajan. Yes, I finished a little bit late today. So I'm just going to listen. My head is full of other stuff, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
I
thank you.
think it's about time to go to Facebook now for more questions.
Right now we have 4 questions from Facebook, Thanajan. The first question is from Jimmy. Good evening, Ajahn. Do bad dreams create karma? Thank you.
Bad dreams are the consequence of your bad karma. They are the products of your bad karma. They don't create. They are the products of your bad karma.
The second question from Eli Hassan. When sitting meditation, feel part of body from neck to leg become heavy and heavier like lock, and head become light and lighten. I feel like I'm lost my head. Should I stop or just continue the meditation, Ajahn?
Just continue meditation. Just ignore what appears. They're not harmful to your mind. So just leave them alone.
And he said, usually I heard other experience, only the body disappear. But for me, body still there, but my head disappear. Body split into two, like oil above and water below. Can Ajahn give me the advice?
That's because your mind hasn't yet become fully absorbed. So continue on with your meditation.
Next question from Yapto. Namaste, Ajahn. I have a question. What is the characteristic of jhana, and how do we know our meditation practice has entered into jhana? Thank you.
Jhana is when the mind stops thinking, becomes still, and peaceful and happy, and content.
And 2 questions from Liu Yu Ming. When one is deeply in meditation, one feels one is united with the clear transparency of the mind without any thoughts or thinking. What does that mean, and is it the right practice?
Yes, it means your mind is in absorption or in jhana, when there are no thoughts or thinking.
And the second question is, how do one proceed from this state of meditation?
You try to maintain that state for as long as possible by using your mindfulness to prevent your mind from start thinking. If your mind wants to start thinking, you should stop it and just keep it still for as long as possible.
That's all, Thanajan.
Okay, that's all. Do we have any newcomer, latecomer? Nobody. So we'll have a second round for anybody who would like to ask any question. You can raise your hand and then just unmute your microphone. Philip? Okay, Philip.
Tanajan, I'd like to make a further clarification with regards to the question that Alvin posed earlier. Is in the teaching of the Buddha, the wrong livelihood which are against the 5 precepts predominantly, is it? Is that correct? To say that
any type of livelihood that can cause harm or danger on other beings.
Right. So
even you don't do it directly yourself, you're supporting it. Like selling poison, selling chemicals to spray on the insects, for instance.
Right. And there is a, I mean, I also read somewhere that what's the Buddhist view on gambling in Buddhism?
It's one of the 5 vices that the Buddha teaches us to avoid. One is drinking alcohol, Second is gambling. Third is to go to bars and nightclubs, to frequent all the entertainment venues. And fourth is to hang around people who like to gamble, who like to drink, who likes to go to entertainment venue. Because if you hang around with them, they'll pull you, they'll take you along with them. So. And if you feel you don't want to lose friends, then you have to go along. Then the 5th one is laziness. These are considered the 5 vices that we should avoid. Because if you're lazy, then you're not producing anything. You cannot accomplish anything from laziness. Okay, understand?
Thank you.
I think you can look up in the text. I'm not sure how they call it. They call abaya mukha. Abaya mukha.
Right.
The path, the door to abaya, or the unpleasant realm of existence, is called apaya. Apaya, and mukha means the entrance. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, Sri.
Hello, Tanajan. My question is, just now you said we have to keep our mind with our body all the time. But when, like for example, I was sick, and if I keep my mind with my body, the unpleasant feelings, right, is quite intense. So I switch back to Buddho.
Yes, you can do that. I was just using one example of mindfulness object. You can use mantra to control your thoughts, to pull your thought, to stop you from thinking about other things.
Yeah, and also to reduce the suffering of the body. Well, when I was sick, like the body like keep throwing up. So that's okay, right? It's like,
well, the mantra doesn't help as for curing your body. The mantra just help protect your mind from being sick with the body. So.
Oh, okay. And another question is, in one sutta, before Buddha like taught us like anapanasati, he was teaching like some monk about the meditate on foulness of the body. And then as the result, some of the monks like they took their own life because like they meditate on the foulness of the body. Like, is that because those monks who took their life, they didn't achieve like samadhi yet? So they took their life and they react to the foulness of the body?
Yes, they overdose on the contemplations. As soon as you start to have bad negative feeling toward the body, toward the point of trying to get rid of your body, then this is too much contemplation. You start taking too much medicine. So you have to scale down your medicine. So as soon as you feel to the point of disgust, hating your body and want to get rid of your body, then you should stop. And then you should switch to metta meditation, metta contemplation.
Oh, okay. Like switch to like metta, like
metta, you love your body. You have,
love your body. Oh, okay.
Because your body is a good servant, you still need your body to take you to nibbana.
Okay, so then we switch back. Okay,
But sometimes when people practice, the mind tend to go to the extremes.
Yeah.
From love to hate, then you should bring it back into the middle by using love to neutralize the hate, and you use the ugliness, the hate to neutralize your love. So you want to be in the middle, not hating or loving your body.
Okay.
Or other people's body.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, don't go to extreme. Yeah, let's
stay in the middle path, in the middle.
Okay. And Tan Ajahn, you talk about like the stillness of the mind. May I know what is the how to still the mind? Is it like the breath?
Mindfulness, just keep watching. Stop your mind from thinking. When your mind stops thinking, then the mind becomes still. And it will stop thinking only when you not allow it to think. Force it to focus on the mantra or on your breath. And it cannot think. At first it will think, it will compete with your concentration. But if you persist with your concentration, eventually your thought will stop. Then your mind becomes still and in jhana.
Okay. If my mind is with the breath, just the breath, is that
it cannot go think about other things.
Yeah. So is that considered like still the mind, and then we keep doing it?
Keep doing it until it eventually become fully still.
Okay.
Then you notice the difference. The mind switch from active to inactive duty, like military personnel. Yeah. You see the difference when the mind becomes still. You experience something that you haven't never experienced before in your life, and it's a good feeling.
Yeah,
a marvelous feeling. You feel light and easy. You feel like floating in space. You don't have to go to space. Spend millions of dollars to pay for the ticket. All you need to do is have mindfulness, and you can enter the space of your mind. Just using mindfulness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Tanaja.
Anybody else?
Karen.
Gary?
Karen.
Karen,
Karen
okay.
in San Jose.
Okay.
I see. I knew I would end up with a question. These live sessions with everybody are so helpful. It's just so nice to know that my mind is like everybody else's mind across the whole world. It's just it's such a relief to know this is not
we are all the same, really. If we don't look at the body, if we look at the mind, we're all the same. We have the same emotion. We got love, hate, delusion, same thing.
It's such a relief to know that. It just makes it easier to work the practice. I have a couple of questions. One is I'm wondering, my mother died. It's been almost 2 years, actually 2 years now. And then when she died, I have her ashes. And then she still had her mother's ashes. She couldn't let go of her mom. And I don't know what to do with them. And I don't like having this responsibility. And I actually put in my will, my advance healthcare directive, that to whoever ends up with dealing with my body, to just cremate it and then tell them to throw away the ashes, because the responsibility of what to do with these ashes is it's dukkha. So and I'm just thinking that they don't really matter. There's no other family who cares about them, and I'm just wondering, does it really matter what I do with them?
Not at all. You can do anything with it. It's not your mother, not yourself. It's just earth, really. That's what it is. The earth element.
That's what I was
Ashes.
thinking. Yeah, and now that I found the Dhamma, I'm just like, this is just dirt.
Yeah, dirt.
It's fertilizer.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
In Thailand, most people will have their ashes scattered into the sea when they die.
You know, it's funny. They tried to sell me that it's such an industry. Anyway, they tried to sell me, like, pay them to fly over Yosemite, and I'm thinking, this is just fertilizer. What? Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, so that's okay. I know a place where I can go. You have to get a license to go. You know, they're human remains, and oh my goodness. Anyway, I know what to do now.
If you don't tell them, they won't know. You just go into the stream.
That's what I'm thinking. There's a place I like to take my dog and nobody's there. I'm just gonna go put them. It's a nice place. So okay. Yeah. And then my other question was, it was really interesting. What's her name? Something like that. So with an M. Yeah. I mean, she was talking about health insurance, and it just got me thinking about other insurance. I've been having to renew insurance about like my apartment and earthquake insurance that, you know, we have in California. And I'm kind of wondering where the line is where there's wisdom, because for me being I'm very poor right now. And if something major happened, the insurance that I have would give me money to find other housing while things were, you know, being repaired here. If I don't have that insurance and something happens, then, you know, I could end up homeless and, you know, actually a burden on the government or, you know, somewhere scary. And so it seems to me that there's wisdom. So where's the balance between wisdom and, you know, fear and all of that? Does that make sense?
Well, if you're not afraid to be homeless, then there's no need to have insurance.
I guess that's the bottom line, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the bottom line. So it depends on why you draw your bottom lines.
Okay. So is there anything wrong with that, or should I be concerned about being afraid of?
It depends on whether how much you can take the role, whether you're capable to take a homeless role or not. If you cannot, then you need some insurance to protect you from having to take that role.
Okay, so there's nothing major wrong with that or anything.
No. Because in the end you die, and when you die, you cannot take your house with you anyway.
Yes, see, I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of being homeless and alive. Okay, thank you very much.
Then you should save some money to make sure that you can always pay for your housing. If not owning a home, at least you can rent something and pay for it.
Yeah, see, the insurance is cheaper than, it's actually cheaper to do that than save enough, you know, for the emergency funds. So, okay, thank you.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, good to hear your question.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Belinda from Singapore.
Tanaja, can you talk about a little bit about Kalama Sutta, where the boss, the Buddha, he allows subordinate questions.
Not to believe what you hear. See, you have to prove it for yourself first before you can be fully sure that it is true. If somebody say take the vaccine or turn you into monkey, for instance, you don't have to believe them. If you want to prove whether they're true or not, take the vaccine yourself. Then you'll find out whether you're turned into a monkey or not. If you haven't yet proven, then you don't have to believe them. But you don't have to disbelieve either. You should stay in the middle between believing and not believing. Just pretend that you haven't heard this thing before. If somebody's promised you $10 million, would you believe them or not? Would you believe him or not? Would you disbelieve or not? You don't know, right? Whether he really mean it or not. When he say, I'll give you $10 million. what would you do? If you believe, you might be fooled, be deceived, right? If you don't believe, you might miss the $10 million that he actually wants to give it to you. So what do? You just have to, what you call wait and see attitude. Have a wait and see attitude. That's what the Buddha meant in the Kalama Sutta. Don't throw your lot into one side or the other. Stay in the middle. Take both options. Don't believe and don't disbelieve until you have proof on either way. Then you can believe or disbelieve. Okay, this is what the essence of the Kalama Sutta. It doesn't matter who or what say what. You know. It's the proof that you need to make sure that it is true. Then you can believe that. If you cannot prove it yet, then you cannot believe or disbelieve. Okay, good enough.
So in short, we investigate, right?
Yeah, if you want to prove whether it's true or not, then you have to prove it somehow. If somebody gives you a map and say that this will lead to a treasure somewhere, if you want to find out whether it's true or not, then you have to go follow the map, right? And go dig up and to see whether there's treasure in or not. If there's no treasure, then you say, okay, you've been fooled, you know. But at least you prove that, you know, prove what the person tells you or not, whether it's true or not.
Ajahn, sometimes we have inherently some intuition, like we sort of like we have like sixth sense, like hey, sometimes we just maybe, you know, then we collect information as we progress. Just like if, for example, if I meet the Buddha and the Buddha says, and then sometimes it's the sense we can feel something, or sometimes it can be clouded by our thick dust. You know, defilement.
So you have to ask yourself, can you trust your intuition or not?
Sometimes when I don't trust my intuition, it's clouded because I have different desire. So sometimes the intuition, when I don't listen to intuition, I turn up wrong. So it boils down to having clarity, having quiet, to quiet down the mind first.
But just your intuition is always right or not? That's what you have to prove.
Most of the time is right, Ajahn. Most of the time.
But not all the time, right?
When it's not accurate is when there are defilement, like I want things to be in a certain way, when it's deluded with the sense of wanting or a sense of aversion, then and
Okay.
then is the sixth sense is not working in that way.
So you cannot depend on it all the time.
Yes, especially when depending on external environment. So a lot of present moment awareness from moment to moment, what is the condition at that time? Yeah.
Okay. So it's better to wait for the reality to happen rather than relying on your intuition.
But sometimes like we do have to place on based on facts and based on intuition as well, and it's a mix of facts and gut feeling.
Why don't you?
Sometimes luck. I don't know. It's called luck.
Why don't you take something that is true all the time, like aging, sickness, and death?
That is definitely true.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Tanya.
All right. Anybody? Okay, somebody, Evie, with a hand raised.
Ajahn, when Ajahn said that the body is not you and you are not the body, I believe, because I've experienced it, but only once. The feeling is like when I meditate, I really feel like in another condition I cannot explain, but I know that the body and the mind is like two persons don't know each other. And the body just made another part, and the body is made from the flesh. Really is disgusting, has weight and enough heavy, but I'm still inside it. Everything feels different here. Is that that this condition I am in jhana, Ajahn?
No. This is just thinking, imagination.
No, I know imagination. It just happened suddenly. I can feel that the body and the mind really separate.
You should not worry about the name of the state. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Don't try to identify with the label. Just stay with the truth, stay with the fact.
And when Ajahn, earlier Ajahn said, I must pay attention to the body when I'm get up from get up to go to bed, all right? If I pay attention to this body too often, then during meditation, my attention will also be divided into the body, apart from the nose. Is that okay? Because sometimes
if you have strong mindfulness, you can control your mind to stay with any part, anywhere you want. You can.
Because sometimes I experience that the part of attention is on the body and the part is on the breath. Is this why I cannot be 100% on the breath?
You can if you have mindfulness. If you can force your mind to stay with your body, you can switch from your body to your breath. No problem.
100% just.
Yeah, you can just direct your attention to anything and stay fixed on that thing once you have strong mindfulness.
Okay, I will try, but the cloud still disturb me. When I focus to the nose, the cloud also come. And sometimes in here, so disturb me. So I just ignore the cloud, all right?
Yes, just keep focusing on your breath.
Sometimes make my head pain, Ajahn.
Yeah, just ignore it. Everything. They are illusion. They're not real.
That is defilement.
Yes, it's created by your defilement to distract you from your concentration.
Okay, Ajahn.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Anybody else? Facebook or anybody? Sajaka.
Yes.
Yeah. Time is running out. I know. So,
it's okay. You can extend it a little bit. No problem.
So my question is actually kind of was brought up by Alfredo's the issues about the cause and effect that he's talking about the fourth jhana. I am actually kind of very humbly asking the teacher that why is it that you kind of steadfastly don't want us to go into the classifications of the jhanas and stuff and let it happen and things like that, because I've been listening for a long time and you don't want us to go there. But is it part of the Theravada forest tradition, or is just for we are like little people starting out, so we shouldn't get lost into this grammar and syntax of the Dhamma?
Well, see, there's no fixed one type of jhana. Jhana can have different manifestation for different people. So some people get jhana while standing, some are not meditating, and they can get jhana sometimes when the mind suddenly becomes still. So there is no real fixed type of jhana, but except for the definition that when the mind becomes still. But under which condition does the mind become still can vary from people to people. You can be sitting there, do formal meditation, and the mind can become still. Or you can be sitting under a tree alone by yourself, and then suddenly your mind becomes still. Or you can be walking meditation, and suddenly your mind can become still while you're walking meditation also. So just get the definition of jhana as when the mind becomes still. Don't identify it with the body position. Your body might be doing something and suddenly it will become still. The mind can suddenly become still. And become happy, become peaceful, and become, it's like entering into a different world. When you're into jhana, it's like your mind flip to the other side. That's all you need to know. But it's not fixed. It doesn't. Why it's different people, it can happen under different circumstances. But if you sit formally in meditation, then you can have the same thing. If you sit in meditation and your mind becomes fully absorbed in your meditation object, then it will eventually become still. So the goal is to still the mind, make the mind peaceful and not active. Just be merely knowing and not thinking. Okay, is this good enough?
Thank you.
See, the more we talk about it, the more confused you will become. So it's better just to do the practice. All right. Next.
Quan Li Mun.
Quan Li Man.
Okay.
Okay, Quan Li Man.
Ajahn, I'd like to ask about the answer that you have given to yogis earlier. Ajahn mentioned that a male will most probably be reborn as a male and a female as a female because of the strong characters. So what are the factors that influence the rebirth of a male to be a female and a female to be a male?
When the mind tries to transform itself from being a male into female. So it's in the mind that makes us a male or female, not in the body. It's the way how we do things. If we do things like a female, then we will be female. But sometimes you might not get a female body. That's a problem also. You get a male body, but you still act like a female, right? If your mind is female, your mind will still act like a female, even if you get a male body, and vice versa. So that's why we have different kind of people. We have real male, real female, and the mind is male, but the body is female, for instance. But if you, for instance, your mind right now is female, you like to do things the way female do things. But if you want to transform to become a male, then you have to act like a male.
Yes, I like to be a male so that I can be a monk.
So you have to act like a male. You have to be rugged. You have to be tough. You have to be. You have to change your character in your mind.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Is that all of the questions for tonight? We have one. Yeah, we just run out of time. Okay, then. Thank you for your participation in this meeting. I hope you can benefit from it somewhat and help advance you in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if nothing happens, I'll see you again next time. Thank you and goodbye.
สาธุเจ้าค่ะ
สาธุ
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you, everybody. Gladness.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Amy.
Good night.
Bye.